What's up, everybody? Just wanted to jump in here and take a break from the final things that we're getting ready for the gala coming up, Night of Dreams, this Saturday evening. So we're going to take a daily chase break here. And so today's daily chase is you must dismantle your glory to minister to him. God spoke to me and said, Mary dismantled her glory to minister to me. If all the disciples were present, there were at least 12 other people in that room that day, and not one of them attained the intimacy that she obtained that day. The disciples missed it, even though they were good people like Peter, James, and John. Hear me, friend, you can be busy being a disciple and doing the work, but miss the worship. Do you really think God needs us to do things for him? Isn't he the creator who stepped out on the balcony of heaven and scooped out the 7 seas with the palms of his hands? Wasn't it God who pinched the earth to make the mountains? Then obviously he doesn't need you to do anything. What he wants is your worship. Jesus told the woman at the well, true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. John 4:23. Like countless numbers of pastors, elders, and deacons in the church today, the disciples got nervous when faced with such raw hunger for God and were saying, somebody stop this woman. But Jesus intervened and said, no, finally somebody is doing something that's right. Don't you dare stop her. The church doesn't make room for Marys with alabaster boxes because they make all the rest of us nervous when they begin to dismantle their glory, pride, and ego right there in front of everybody. The real problem is that our ego and self-centered glory stands out like a flashing beacon in the place of humility. God is saying to his people, I will bring you close to me if you will dismantle your glory. I keep hearing him say, dismantle your glory, take your ego apart and lay it aside. I don't care who you are, what you feel, or how important you think you are. I want you. But first, you must dismantle your glory. Why? Because the burial of man's glory is often the birth of God's glory. Mary had to get to the point where her passion made her say, I don't care who sees me do this. You may feel a tugging and drawing in your heart as you read or even hear these words. If that is true, then I can almost guarantee that you have learned how to keep a straight face and keep going, even though you felt like falling at the Lord's feet to ask for mercy and forgiveness. You must let your love break past the shell of who you pretend you really are. God wants you to openly and boldly let the world know how much you really love him, even if you have to dismantle your glory right in front of a room full of disdaining disciples. Become a box breaker. Break the box of your precious things and finalize it by a public show of private passion. God doesn't need your religious service. He wants your worship. The only worship he can accept is worship that comes from humility. So if you want to see him, you will have to dismantle your glory and bathe his feet in your tears, no matter what you may find there. Honestly, isn't that about the only thing your glory is good for? Our righteousness is as filthy rags in his sight. So I hope you guys are encouraged, and thank you guys for jumping in. If you were encouraged, go ahead and share it for somebody else. But most importantly, keep pursuing him on the daily and chase after him. See you next time.